Welcome back to Why We Buy It. Today we want to talk about little things we like to bring with us on vacation. Some of them might be obvious to you, but some of them might catch you off guard.
Yeah, and these are basically items that we won't go without because they're generally useful or they're necessary in certain situations.
Now, the first one, I'm going to say, to me might be a little obvious, but compact umbrella.
And as obvious as this may be, we didn't bring one with us the first few trips.
No, the last trip was probably the first trip we brought a compact umbrella, and only because when we did our research, we're like, okay, it rains quite a bit.
Yeah.
So.
And, I mean, on our trip to Alaska, we had a fair amount of rain.
Yeah.
It wasn't heavy rain, but
No,
we kept getting rain at a number of the stops, and it was getting very irritating.
Yeah.
And you could borrow an umbrella from the ship,
Yeah.
but it was one of those huge umbrellas, and it becomes very awkward. So having one of these little compact umbrellas is
Really kind of came in handy.
yeah, and don't cheap out.
No.
Don't get a cheap one. This one we paid a little up for. It's about what?
$25?
20 bucks or so,
roughly?
yeah, from Amazon, but it was a highly recommended strong umbrella.
Yeah.
On our last trip, my mom was with us, and she had a cheapy umbrella she had picked up somewhere.
At like a drugstore somewhere.
And
Yeah.
it lasted like a day. Okay,
Barely.
like there was some
Barely.
strong winds,
Yeah.
and that was it. Whereas this umbrella could take it. So don't cheap out an umbrella; you'll thank us later. Right? The next item up is something that we picked up just before our last trip. If you follow our Instagram or TikTok, we talked about this because we bought it just before we went. We said we'd follow up and tell you how it did. It was fantastic.
Yes. Now this is like one of those dry bags.
I dry bag 10 liter.
Yeah, we've had smaller versions of this before, and we found that they still tend to like leak inside. This one, like, takes a beating.
Takes a beating, and honestly, I wouldn't get anything less than 10 liters.
No.
You could go a little bit bigger than this, but I found this size to be perfect for us at least. But we had like a 5 liter bag before, and it was just too small.
I feel like it was smaller than that, maybe, but yeah, it was too small.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it. And then the seals on it were so-so, not great. But this particular little sling bag, it's like, I don't just take it on vacation now. I've taken it
Just
out and about in town.
Yeah, going around the city.
Right? Because for us, one, it's handy because there's a number of things you want to bring with you, especially in tropical places like sunscreen or bug repellents or whatever, that you can just toss in here and not worry about. And if you are expecting rain or you're going somewhere that you know is very wet, like we did some river tours and such, raft tours and that, you can also toss things like a camera or your cell phone that you don't really want to get wet in here, and honestly, you feel 100% secure.
Yeah.
Right? This thing like fell in the water and floated.
Yeah, which was great, which was fantastic. My only downfall to this, and he kind of likes it, but I don't like that it's see-through. Right? I always feel a little insecure that I'm like, oh, people are kind of like checking out what's in my bag. But he likes it because he just kind of looks in and goes, okay, my phone's there, and he'll just go in and grab it.
It saves time.
Yeah.
It saves time, right? I mean, especially because we do content creation. If in a snap I want to grab my phone and take a picture, I can just look to see where it is, reach in there and grab it. If you're going somewhere and you've got like, your wallet, you don't want your wallet to get wet, you got it in here. Again, you want to pay for something, you're not fiddling around, digging around between everything and trying to find your wallet. You just look, where is it? And you grab it. So I actually don't mind the fact that it's see-through. I was a little nervous about it in the beginning, but after a while, no, I'm not nervous at all.
I'm still a little nervous.
This is so secure. It's so secure. I absolutely love this bag. I can't say enough about it.
Yeah.
I dry bag, 10 liter. We got it on Amazon.
Yeah, I think we got it on Amazon too.
Do yourself a solid and get one of these bags. Just buy one that's worth it for the size of your family. It's just the two of us, so 10 liters was enough.
Yeah. So the next thing that we both absolutely love, we bought it specifically for this trip, but I kind of wish we had it for previous trips. So especially when you're on a cruise, you do have formal nights or chic nights, whatever they want to call it. We bring Cope's suits. We have my formal dresses, and we like to pack as minimal luggage as possible when we're traveling, because I don't like lugging luggage around with me.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of rolling of our suits and our dresses. So we bought a steamer.
Yeah, a little portable steamer.
And I love this thing. First of all, it's super lightweight. I think I shoved it in my purse when we were flying in. Super lightweight. I used to hang my clothes in the cruise ship bathrooms and, you know, turn the shower on and let it steam and then, you know, hope that your clothes will straighten out.
But basically, there's a couple of negatives to that. First of which, you don't know if it's going to work. Secondly, you end up steaming up your entire hotel room or whatever it is
That's
you're staying
true,
in.
yeah.
It makes it super uncomfortable to be in there.
Yeah.
And this is so simple.
Yeah.
It's so simple, it's so easy, it's so quick. Right? It takes a little while for it to heat up, and once it's done that, you just run over all your clothes and you get it done. And generally speaking, you can do it once for most trips and you're fine.
Yeah.
Now, if you're constantly packing, unpacking, packing, unpacking, packing, unpacking,
you might have to do it a few more times.
You might have to do it a couple of times, but it's not a problem. Now, this particular model is only 120 volts, single voltage. So you do have to use a voltage converter with this one, but they do sell dual voltage steamers like this. So there's no worry whatsoever. All you really need would be a conversion plug depending on where you're going. But this is fine for us because generally speaking, we're taking it along on cruise ships. That's the reason why we're packing nice clothes, because they do have their like formal nights or chic nights, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, we want to make sure our clothes look nice. If we're going to be in a photogenic position, we want some good photos, right? That's just how it is. So this has worked out for us.
Yeah, and this we got on an auction site, and I think we paid $10 for it. So even if it gets damaged at this point, we don't really care.
Yeah,
right.
If you toss it in your main luggage and they toss your luggage around and it gets smashed, so be it. You're gonna get another one. But yeah, it's an invaluable, especially if you're packing nice clothes. You're going somewhere nice.
Very happy with it. And then the last thing on our list
is the simplest.
Our little tripod. Now, when you are out and about, and you know, maybe you guys can relate to this, but when we didn't have this, it looked like I was either traveling alone or Cobe was traveling alone, because it was take a picture of me here or take a picture, you know, or vice versa, right?
Rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to be in the picture.
Exactly, and you would have maybe like 2 or 3 photos of us together because you like, you know, thank you strangers for taking photos of us. But it's like, you don't really want to stop people when, you know, whatever they're doing.
And you gotta trust that they take a good photo.
That's right.
All right.
And you don't want to be like, that one looks so good. Can you take like...
great. We need you to take a few more.
Right. So this little gadget comes in super handy. You can just put it anywhere. Put it on a freaking rock and it's been totally fine.
Yeah, we got this like right after our first vacation. When we realized, okay, this is stupid. We need some kind of little tripod that we can carry around. And because it's so tiny, I can throw it in my pocket, throw it in a purse, throw it in a backpack, whatever. It's easy to take with us. It's got a little ball head on the top so you can change the angle. And of course, there's a little screw-in spot so it can screw right in the bottom of the camera. Or if you got one of those clips for your phone, you can attach your cell phone so they can take photos.
Yeah.
And one, yes, you don't have to ask other people to take a photo of both of us together. That's a bonus. But also, if you want to take photos, like you're going somewhere that's got like the Northern Lights or a fantastic sunset or something.
And you want to do like a time lapse,
You don't want to sit there and try and freeze yourself in order to get a good photo. It's nice to have
or balance your phone against a rock or a hill or something.
I hope it doesn't slip or the wind blows it over. So it's just great to have this, right? So, I mean, it's simple. It's not expensive. This is a newer, like, basic model. Yeah. I can't even remember where we got it. Probably Amazon, but we've had it for so long now.
I don't remember.
Because it's such a simple device, it takes a beating. You're going to buy one and you never have to buy another, right? So 100% invest in one of these because you want to get those perfect photos to remember the perfect trip you're on. Yeah. And those are the 4 items, really. Those are the 4 things that we bring with us all the time. Now, there is one more, but the thing is, it's not our item. It's actually my mom's, right? But we use it anyway.
We use it. And it's a conversion plug.
Of course.
Now, when you're on a cruise ship, like Hope said before, you're usually okay.
Yeah, they usually have plugs from all over the place.
Yeah, so it's usually, you don't have to worry about that. But you know, last year we were in Argentina for a couple days, and I wasn't allowed to use my straightener because I didn't have the conversion plug, which made me really sad. You know, but it's just it's what?
It's small.
2 inches, right? They're tiny. They're relatively affordable, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it if you are traveling the world and they don't have your type of plug.
Yeah, but just keep in mind, right? There are single voltage items, there are dual voltage items. Mm-hmm. You have conversion plugs that only change the plug type. They don't actually change the voltage. Yeah. And then they have voltage converters.
Yeah, you need that too.
But you've also got to look at what can the voltage converter handle. Mm-hmm. So for instance, our steamer is a 1,000-watt steamer. It's about as low as it gets for steamers.
Yes.
And the reason we went with the 1,000-watt steamer is because the voltage converter we have can handle up to like 1,400 watts.
Right.
So this works with that voltage
Sometimes
converter.
my straightener doesn't work because it's a little too powerful.
Yeah, and like hair dryers especially. You'll see hair dryers that are like 2,400 watts.
Yeah.
So you can't just buy any voltage converter.
No.
It's got to be able to handle that amount of wattage, or you have to invest in like a travel hair dryer because they're specifically designed with less wattage.
Yeah.
So they can be used with those voltage converters.
Yeah.
It might take you longer to dry your hair, but at least you have that option.
Right.
Right? So just a word of caution. But yeah, those are the items that we bring with us all the time. My favorite of the group, honestly, is the iDry bag. I absolutely love it. I don't even use my own backpack anymore. I just use the iDry bag because it's so quick and easy, and it's just a comfortable fit. That little sling is such a comfortable fit.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have that secure top means that people can't even reach into it. Like, I find it more secure than a backpack because backpacks have zippers all over them. And if someone's walking behind you, they could undo
you always feel like you have to like
double check everything.
Or double check or buy like one of those like small clip locks.
Yeah.
So that, you know.
Whereas with this, once you've locked it up, I gotta show you, right? It's very simple. Basically, here's your opening, right? You close it. You close it. I got this camera right here. You close it. You roll it. Once it's rolled, you clip it. And quite literally, no one's getting in this bag unless they slice it open with something.
Yeah.
Right? So it's about as secure as it gets. Absolutely love it. Wasn't that expensive.
No.
Order from Amazon. Amazon needs to start paying.
Amazon, you're welcome.
Yeah, well, that's it for today. I hope you subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more coming up. Like I said, we're doing videos every single week, at least a couple of them, sometimes more. So subscribe,
like, notifications, and leave us some comments, guys. What do you bring with you? Like, is there something we're missing here that you know that we need to know?
Yeah, hook us up. Hook us up. Let us know. We got a lot more coming up, right? We do a couple of videos every single week, sometimes more. So we'll see you next time.
On Why We Buy It.
Take it easy.